Hello and welcome to another lesson. We've been talking quite a lot on JavaScript string, how to work with string in JavaScript. And then we've seen different examples, template, literal, concatenation method, a lot of all other stuff that we've talked about in the previous lesson. And in this lesson, I just want to point us to something that is worth taking note of when working with string. All string methods return a new string. They don't modify the original string. Formerly said, strings are immutable. String cannot be changed, only replaced. So when you declare a string, and you modify it, maybe you used any method like replace, slide, or substring on it, they don't modify the original string, in the sense that what is actually stored in your memory is the original text, and then it remains unchanged, only replaced when you update the value of that variable. And let me show you what that means quickly in the code editor. So I'll take all of these things out that we have here, and then I'll say, okay, strings are immutable, cannot be changed. So let's say we have our two variables. Let text equals hello world, document dot write dot text. Now, if you take a look at the output in my browser, you can see that the original text is hello world. Now, if I use a method like replace in order to replace word, and I do something like this, text dot replace, I want to replace the word with universe. Now, if I refresh this, I'm still getting my original hello world, which is the initial value I have for this variable in my code. Now, if I try to do, okay, if I show original, okay, yeah, good, I'm still on point. So, you notice that even though I'm performing a method on this text, I'm saying that, okay, I want you to replace the word with universe. You will see that by logging out my original text value, I'm still getting hello world, which obviously means that this strings is not mutable, which means the string value does not change. So what is still held in the memory is still the hello world, and not this new method of universe replacement that I've performed on the original text, as you can see in my code. So now, if I now want this value to change, if I want the values to change, it means that I will have to update the value of this variable, which means instead of just using a method like that, it means that I want to change the value and do something like hello universe. Now, by the time I do something like this, you can see that the value of my text has changed from hello world to hello universe, which means that this is the only way you update strings method. This is the way you update string when it comes to what you have in memory when working with string. So by performing method, by performing things like, using a string property to modify your string does not actually change the original value. It is only when you update that string value that you can now change the value of the original value that has been assigned as string for your for your variable. So strings are immutable and they cannot be changed. It only gets changed when you update the value. If you don't update the value, the original text is what is stored in the memory, and if you perform any method like replace or substring, or use properties like to uppercase to lowercase, it will still not change the original value of your string in your program memory. So that is why it is said here that string are immutable and they cannot be changed unless when you update their value. Thank you. I'll see you in the next lesson.